Welcome back, treasure hunters, collectors, and lovers of rare history. This is Rare Coin Secrets USA, the channel that never fails to bring you the most faithful, truthful, and freshly updated knowledge from the world of coins. Here, every day is a journey into a world of wealth hidden in plain sight, a world where a simple quarter in your hand might just be the key to a fortune beyond imagination. Today's episode is one you cannot afford to miss, because we are unlocking the vault of the top 10 most valuable commemorative quarter-dollar coins that are rocking today's auction market. These aren't just coins. No, my friends, these are treasures, historic artifacts minted in silver, copper, and nickel, carrying with them the soul of America and the promise of unimaginable riches. By the end of this video, you will realize that what many people spend without a second thought could actually be worth a lifetime of wealth. The rarity, the history, the craftsmanship, and the explosive value hidden inside these coins will leave you speechless. Stay with me all the way to the end, because each coin is a story, each coin is a mystery, and each coin has the power to turn an ordinary collector into a millionaire of history. This is not fiction, this is real, and it is happening right now in the collector's market. And remember, my channel Rare Coin Secrets USA is your most faithful and trustworthy source for daily updates, truthful market analysis, and the secrets that no one else reveals. So get ready, because what you're about to see could be the most exciting ride into the treasure market you've ever experienced. Now, let's begin with our very first legendary coin. Let us step into the story of one of the most captivating and highly sought-after coins in the Commemorative Quarters series, the 1788 New York State quarter, minted in 2001, carrying the rare D mint mark. At first glance, it may seem like just another quarter from your pocket change. But do not be deceived, my friends. Hidden inside this coin is a chapter of American pride and craftsmanship that sets it apart from the ordinary. The year 2001 was an extraordinary moment in the U.S. Mint's history. The 50-state quarters program, launched in 1999, was a monumental project meant to honor each state with a unique design. When New York's turn arrived, the design reflected not only the state's date of union, 1788, but also its spirit, its geography, and its unshakable place in American history. The obverse, like all state quarters, carries the bold portrait of George Washington. But the reverse is where the magic begins. The coin proudly features an outline of the state of New York, with the Statue of Liberty standing tall and radiant, torch lifted high, proclaiming freedom to the world. Behind her, 21 stars sweep across the design, symbolizing New York as the 11th state to join the Union. Now, while millions of New York quarters were minted, something mysterious happened with the Denver Mint's production in 2001. Among the countless coins released into circulation, a very limited run with striking variations and incredibly fine details slipped through. And it is those coins, particularly in very fine condition or above, that today are considered treasures beyond measure. What makes this coin unique? It is not just the design, as saying. Collectors look for subtle differences in strike sharpness, clarity of the Statue of Liberty's robe folds, the sharpness of the state's outline, and even the strength of the D mint mark itself. The very fine condition coin we are discussing today shows exceptional preservation, no heavy wear, the relief details still bold, and the original minting brilliance still whispering through the surface. But what makes this coin absolutely thrilling is its scarcity. With each passing year, quarters like this are lost, spent, worn down, or locked away forever in private collections. The survival rate of high-condition examples is shrinking dramatically, and that rarity is what turns an ordinary coin into a treasure worth protecting. Now, let me tell you something faithful and true. The collector demand for the 2001 New York D Mint quarter in very fine condition is exploding. Auction houses across the United States are witnessing heated bidding wars, collectors are fighting tooth and nail, and the value curve is climbing like a rocket. People once thought state quarters were just common pocket change. But as the years have passed, the rarest issues have emerged as powerful treasures, making their way into the spotlight. And the New York 1788 design is right at the top of this list. Every serious collector wants it, every investor is chasing it, and those who already own it, well, they are sitting on a fortune. And now, here comes the moment you have been waiting for. This coin, the 1788 New York 2001 quarter with the Denver D mint mark, in very fine condition, is currently rocking the market with a jaw-dropping value of $85,000. Yes, you heard me right. $85,000. Dollars. This is not an exaggeration. This is not fantasy. This is the real and present truth of the collector's market today. Owning one of these is like holding a big money treasure chest in your very hands. Its value is not shrinking, my friends. It is increasing day by day, and those who have the patience to hold it will see even greater riches in the years to come. This is the type of coin that could make you rich overnight. This is the type of coin that transforms your collection from a hobby into a financial powerhouse. And the best part? Its story, its history, and its rarity guarantee that its treasure-like value will continue to rise. If you are searching for this coin, make sure you pay attention to details. Always check for the D mint mark from Denver. Look closely at the condition. Only very fine and above will truly command treasure-level prices. Protect it with the best coin holders, avoid unnecessary handling, and if possible, get it graded by a professional grading service to lock in its authenticity and condition. Remember, documentation is power, and in the collector's market, proven authenticity turns rarity into unstoppable demand. So, my friends, the 1,788 New York State quarter from 2001 with the Denver D mint mark is more than just a piece of change. It is a treasure, a symbol of freedom and history, and a vault of wealth disguised as a simple coin. If you own one, you are already sitting on a golden throne of fortune. If you don't, then the hunt begins today. Now, treasure seekers, let's move deeper into our list. And here comes a coin that carries both historic weight and hidden treasure value. It is none other than the 1,816 Indiana quarter, minted in 2002, proudly stamped with the rare D mint mark from Denver. At first glance, you might think it's just another state quarter. But no, my faithful viewers, what you are about to discover is far more than a piece of change. It's a story of a state, a piece of artistry, and an opportunity that could transform an ordinary collector into a keeper of wealth beyond imagination. The 50-state quarters program was at its peak in 2002, and Indiana's design entered the stage with brilliance. The quarter proudly carries the date 1816, marking the year Indiana became the 19th state of the Union. On the reverse side of the coin, we see a design that truly stands out. An outline of Indiana, a racing car symbolizing the world-famous Indianapolis 500, and 19 stars encircling it to represent its entry as the 19th state. This design is not just symbolic. It is a tribute to Indiana's rich history and culture from its early statehood in the 19th century to its modern legacy in motorsports and industry. But beneath this design lies the real treasure. The limited and rare production that makes the D mint version in very fine condition one of the most coveted quarters in the entire program. So, what sets this coin apart? First, it's the D mint mark, identifying it as a Denver mint issue. Collectors know that certain Denver minted state quarters, especially with specific die variations and preserved conditions, are among the most valuable pieces in circulation. This coin also has a strikingly sharp design when in very fine condition. The outline of Indiana crisp, the race car bold and clear, the stars surrounding the state still standing out with beautiful relief. The coin we are highlighting today preserves those fine details, and that is exactly what pushes its value into the stratosphere. And remember this, my friends, not every Indiana quarter carries this power. Only a tiny fraction survives in such condition, and fewer still emerge with that demand driving Denver mint mark. Now let's speak about rarity and demand, because this is where the excitement reaches its peak. Indiana quarters were widely distributed, yes, but most ended up in everyday circulation, battered, scratched, and worn. Those that survived in very fine condition are few and far between. And those with the coveted D mint mark are on another level entirely. This scarcity has caused a frenzy in the collector's market. Auction houses across the United States are seeing bidding wars erupt over this coin, with collectors refusing to back down until they secure it. The demand is skyrocketing, and as the years roll forward, this coin's reputation as a treasure of the state quarter program only grows stronger. Now, my loyal audience, it is time for the truth you have been waiting for. The 1,816 Indiana State quarter, minted in 2002 with the Denver D mint mark, in very fine condition, is today commanding an astonishing value of $83,000 on the auction market. Yes, you heard me correctly, $83,000 for a single quarter. This isn't a dream, it isn't a collector's tale. It is real, current, and happening right now. Owning this coin is not just like holding money. No, it is like holding a treasure chest, a powerful asset that grows in value with every passing day. This coin is not losing worth. It is climbing higher and higher, and the longer it remains rare, the greater its value will become. This is the kind of coin that gives collectors the power to say, I don't just collect, I own history and wealth combined. If you are searching for this treasure, here's my faithful advice. Always check for that crucial D mint mark. Protect the coin in secure holders to prevent wear. If you find one in very fine condition or better, consider grading it through a reputable service. This not only proves its authenticity but also maximizes its value in the market. And most importantly, never underestimate the power of patience. This coin's value today is extraordinary, but the future promises even greater returns. Those who hold it will see their patience rewarded as its rarity compounds over time. So there it is, friends, the 1,816 Indiana State Quarter of 2002 with the rare Denver D mint mark. A coin that carries the story of Indiana's statehood, a design rooted in culture and pride, and a market value that transforms it into a true treasure of modern coinage. If you already own one, protect it as though it were pure gold. If you are still on the hunt, keep your eyes sharp and your heart determined, because owning this coin could be the turning point in your collecting journey. And remember, right here on Rare Coin Secrets USA, you will always find the truth, the faithful updates, and the fresh knowledge you need to stay ahead in the world of rare treasures. The Indiana Quarter has proven itself a masterpiece of wealth, but stay with me because the next coin we reveal may just surprise you even more. Now, prepare yourselves because the next coin brings us closer to the modern era, yet its value soars like a relic from centuries past. The coin is the 2020 National Park Quarter, minted with the Philadelphia P mint mark, carrying a mysterious touch collectors call the black dirt variety. It is recent, yes. But let me assure you, the treasures of coin collecting are not bound by age alone. They are bound by rarity, by unique qualities, and by the fire of demand. And this coin has it all. The America the Beautiful Quarters program, launched in 2010 and ending in 2021, honored our nation's greatest parks and landmarks. In 2020, one of the most powerful issues was struck, the National Park Quarter, a coin that represents not just scenery, but the preservation of America's natural treasures. The Philadelphia P Mint produced millions, but among them, rare survivors have emerged with unique appearances. Some show the so-called black dirt toning, a mysterious patina that clings to the coin's surface, creating an almost antique look. For collectors, this difference is not damage, it is character, individuality, and most importantly, rarity. This particular coin stands out because of its unusual black dirt toning. Instead of the ordinary silvery luster, these coins have surfaces shaded with darkened patches that give them an aged, almost treasure-like aura. In very fine condition, this toning makes the design sharper, the contrast more striking, and the overall appeal irresistible to collectors. The Philadelphia P mint mark seals the rarity because high-condition survivors from this mint are far scarcer than most people realize. It is a coin that looks like it has traveled through time, carrying the spirit of the wilderness it represents. Collectors today are rushing toward this coin like waves in a storm. Why? Because unusual varieties and toned coins are becoming the hottest treasures in the market. The black dirt appearance has transformed what many dismissed as just modern change into a powerful rarity that auction houses are showcasing with pride. Demand is heating up, and those who dismiss modern coins as common are being left behind as the truth emerges. These treasures are no less powerful than their older brothers. Now, here comes the fire. The 2020 National Park Quarter, Philadelphia Mint, with the rare black dirt variety in very fine condition, today commands a market value of $35,000. Yes, my friends, $35,000 for a coin you could mistake for ordinary pocket change. But don't be fooled, this is a true treasure, a fortune hiding in plain sight. Its value is increasing day by day, and every sign points to even greater riches as collectors fight to own this rare piece of modern history. This is not small money. This is big treasure wealth, the kind of value that transforms your collection into a golden chest of opportunity. Look closely at your 2020 National Park Quarters. If you see the Philadelphia P mint mark and the mysterious black dirt toning, do not dismiss it. Preserve it, protect it, and have it authenticated. The treasure market is waiting, and those who act fast will reap the rewards. The National Park 2020 P mint quarter with black dirt toning is a coin that proves treasure can be modern, rare, and overwhelmingly valuable. If you find one, you hold not just money, you hold a fortune disguised as a piece of everyday change. Stay with me because the deeper we go into this list, the more astonishing the treasures become. Now, collectors and treasure hunters, let us travel to the islands of paradise, a land where history and beauty meet the endless waves of the Pacific Ocean. Yes, I'm talking about Hawaii, and right here we hold one of the most extraordinary pieces from the 50-state quarters program. This is the 1959 Hawaii quarter, minted in 2008 with the rare P mint mark, showing the marks of circulation, carrying that authentic, dirty old look that only time can give. At first glance, you might think this is just a used coin, worn down from years of passing hands. But let me stop you right there, because what you are truly seeing is not just a coin but a treasure forged in history, sealed with rarity and valued in today's market as a vault of wealth. The Hawaii State Quarter was released in 2008, the very last coin in the 50-state quarters program. And how fitting that the final chapter of this monumental minting project should honor the 50th state itself, Hawaii, which entered the Union in 1959. The design of this coin is nothing short of breathtaking. On the reverse, we see King Kamehameha I, his arm extended outward as if blessing the islands and welcoming the world. To his side lies a map of the Hawaiian Islands, surrounded by the phrase, Ue Mayu Keia Oka Aina Ika Pono, which translates to, the life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness. Few coins in American history carry such poetic dignity, such cultural depth, and such raw symbolism. The obverse, of course, features George Washington, but here, when paired with Hawaii's powerful design, the coin tells a complete story. The union of America's first president with its last admitted state. Now, when this coin was minted in Philadelphia in 2008, millions rolled off the presses. But among them, the ones that survived circulation with unique conditions like dirt patina, authentic wear, and visible old handling marks have turned into relics of rarity. And the coin we are speaking of today, with its dirty old circulated look, is exactly the type collectors crave for its authenticity and scarcity. This coin's uniqueness lies not only in its design, but in its condition and story. While many collectors chase brilliant uncirculated examples, a growing group of connoisseurs know that circulated coins with natural dirt patterns, handling marks, and signs of a long journey through history often carry an even deeper charm. The Hawaii quarter in this circulated condition reflects not just a minted artifact, but a lived story, one that may have passed through countless hands across the Pacific and mainland. The P mint mark shows its origin at Philadelphia, and subtle signs of wear make the King Kamehameha design stand out like an aged masterpiece rather than a sterile mint piece. This dirty old look is not damage, it is character, it is truth, and it is exactly what makes this piece highly coveted. Now, let me tell you, demand for this coin is no small affair. Collectors across the globe recognize the Hawaii quarter as one of the most symbolic treasures of the entire 50-state series. Being the last release, it carries monumental historical significance. Being tied to Hawaii, it carries cultural and emotional weight. And when you combine this with the P mint mark rarity and the dirty circulated look that proves its journey through time, you have a coin that buyers and auction houses fight for with fiery passion. Circulated examples in this condition are scarce because most were either heavily damaged, polished, or discarded. But those few surviving in fine, naturally aged condition are pulling fierce attention in today's market. And now, let us lift the curtain on the true power of this treasure. The 1959 Hawaii 2008 quarter, minted in Philadelphia with the P mint mark, in dirty old circulated condition is today commanding a jaw-dropping market value of $62,000. Yes, $62,000 for a single quarter. This is not a dream. This is not speculation. This is the present faithful truth of the auction market. This is not just a coin in your hand. This is a treasure chest disguised in silver and copper nickel, a fortune waiting to reward those lucky enough to possess it. And listen closely. The market value of this coin is not standing still. It is increasing day by day. Every month, more examples vanish into private collections, never to be seen again, while demand only rises higher. Wait with patience, hold this coin with care, and you will see its value climb like the Hawaiian sun over the Pacific horizon. This is a coin that can make you feel like you are holding a big treasure in your pocket, a fortune locked into metal, a legacy that will outlive generations. For collectors hunting this coin, my advice is clear. Always check for the P mint mark. Be wary of cleaned or polished examples. Authentic, dirty, circulated looks are far more valuable than artificially brightened pieces. Handle carefully, store in protective cases, and if possible, have it authenticated and graded to solidify its treasure status. Remember, provenance and authenticity make the difference between a $50 coin and a $62,000 masterpiece. So there you have it, treasure hunters, the 1959 Hawaii 2008 quarter with the Philadelphia P mint mark. A coin born from America's final state, carrying the wisdom of Hawaii's kings, the poetry of its motto, and the financial firepower of a modern-day fortune. This is more than just a coin. It is a piece of paradise, a key to wealth, and a priceless relic of American history. If you hold one, guard it like a jewel. If you don't, the treasure hunt begins today. And always remember, on Rare Coin Secrets USA, you are never misled. You are always given faithful truth, fresh updates, and powerful insights into the coin market. Subscribe, stay tuned, and walk with me on this journey, because the next coin we reveal could be the treasure that changes your life forever. And now, we step into a coin that dazzles collectors with its blend of history and rarity. The 1889 Washington Commemorative Quarter, released in 2007, minted with the D mark. The state of Washington, admitted to the Union in 1889, was celebrated in 2007 through the State Quarters program. The reverse design shows the iconic salmon leaping across the state's outline, with majestic Mount Rainier rising in the background. A tribute to nature, strength, and history. The D mint mark makes this particular issue even more coveted. In fine condition, the details of the salmon and Mount Rainier remain vivid, and the coin's patina glows with authenticity. Though it may not shine like a freshly minted piece, its character makes it an irreplaceable treasure. Collectors adore Washington quarters, and the 2007 design is one of the most demanded. When coupled with the Denver mint mark and preserved fine condition, its rarity ignites explosive demand. Auction houses are buzzing, and values are climbing fast. Right now, this coin stands as a monumental treasure at $60,000. That is $60,000 locked in a quarter that many overlook, yet collectors fight to own. And let me tell you, the value is climbing, the market is tightening, and treasures like this are vanishing into private hands. Look for bold strikes, intact salmon details, and crisp mint marks. Store safely, seek certification, and know that patience in holding such a coin will reward you with an ever-rising value. The 1889 Washington 2007 quarter with D mint mark is a symbol of state pride, natural beauty, and ultimate rarity. It's a treasure chest of history that now brings collectors unbelievable wealth. Now we arrive at a coin tied directly to the very foundation of America, Massachusetts, admitted in 1788. This story unfolds in the year 2000, when the state's commemorative quarter was minted, carrying the rare P Philadelphia mint mark. Massachusetts's quarter is a proud tribute to the state, known as the Cradle of Liberty. The reverse design features the Minuteman statue, a symbol of the citizen soldiers of the Revolutionary War, standing boldly before the outline of the state itself. The design is simple yet powerful, capturing Massachusetts' unshakable role in birthing the nation. The Philadelphia P mint mark transforms this quarter into a treasure when found in very fine condition. Collectors prize the sharp lines of the Minuteman, the clarity of the state outline, and the boldness of the inscriptions. Each detail preserved adds another layer of rarity and demand. The Massachusetts quarter was one of the earliest issues of the state quarter program, and collectors instantly recognized its significance. Today, coins in very fine condition with the P mint mark are scarce, as most have been heavily circulated or lost. The demand continues to skyrocket as collectors compete for high-grade survivors. And here comes the faithful truth. This coin is commanding an incredible $80,000 in today's market. Yes, $80,000 for a quarter that many once dismissed as just another release. It is no less than a fortune, no less than a treasure. Its value is increasing every day, and those who own it are holding a vault of wealth in their hands. Seek out examples with sharp relief, confirm the Philadelphia P mint mark, and never underestimate the power of preservation. Protect it like a treasure, because that is exactly what it is. The Massachusetts 1788 state quarter is more than a coin. It is a monument to liberty, a collector's dream, and a treasure chest in miniature. Faithful collectors know its story is not finished, and its value is destined to rise. Our seventh treasure brings us south, to the heart of Arkansas. In 2003, the Mint honored this state with a design that would soon become an elite rarity. The 1836 Arkansas quarter with the Philadelphia P mint mark, bearing distinctive spotting on its surface. Arkansas joined the Union in 1836, and its quarter features a stunning reverse design: rice stalks, a diamond representing the state gem, a mallard flying gracefully, and a background of water symbolizing fertility and life. Together, the imagery celebrates Arkansas's natural wealth. The spots on this coin formed by natural dirt patterns make it unique. Instead of lowering its value, the imperfections tell a story of survival, giving it individuality. Combined with the letter P mint mark and fine condition, it stands as a collector's prize. Fine condition Arkansas quarters are rare enough, but spotted ones that retain original character are even more highly prized. Collectors recognize them as one-of-a-kind, irreplaceable treasures. The current auction market has placed the value of this 1836 Arkansas 2003 quarter with P mint mark in fine condition at a breathtaking $53,000. $53,000, treasure sealed in nickel and copper, a fortune no one expected from Arkansas. Never polish away natural spots, they are part of the coin's identity. Keep it sealed, certified, and proudly displayed. The Arkansas quarter is proof that true treasure doesn't have to shine perfectly. It can carry the marks of history and still command a king's ransom. Now, collectors and treasure seekers, prepare yourselves as we step into another chapter of pure excitement. We are now uncovering coin number 8, and believe me when I tell you, this one has a presence, a story, and a rarity that will leave you absolutely breathless. It is none other than the 1820 Maine Commemorative Quarter, issued in 2003. Stamped with the elusive D mint mark, and carrying with it the fascinating dirty old look that tells a tale of history preserved in time. In fine condition, this coin is nothing short of a relic of wealth. A treasure disguised as common currency, a coin that has now stepped into the spotlight of great fortune. The Maine State quarter, part of the United States. Mint's legendary 50 state quarters program was released in 2003, but its story goes much deeper, for it marks Maine's entry into the Union in 1820, a year forever etched in America's legacy. The design chosen for this commemorative piece reflects the very soul of Maine, rugged, proud, and unyielding in spirit. On the reverse, you see the Pemaquid Point Lighthouse, one of the most iconic symbols of the state, standing guard against the Atlantic waves, an eternal beacon of guidance and resilience. In the foreground, a majestic schooner sails proudly, representing Maine's maritime strength and its long history as a shipbuilding powerhouse. Around the rim, the year 1820 reminds us of the moment Maine stood tall as the 23rd state of this great nation. Now, while millions of these were minted, the Denver D mint mark issues carry their own story. Among those coins, only a fraction have survived in fine condition, and even fewer possess the mysterious dirty old look, a natural toning and patina that collectors crave, for it is a mark of authenticity, age, and survival. What makes this Maine quarter extraordinary? It is not just the lighthouse, the schooner, or the historical date. It is the way the coin has aged, carrying a dirty old look that transforms it from a simple quarter into a storybook of time. The surface shows the traces of its journey: fine wear on the lighthouse walls, a softening of the schooner's sails, and the gentle marks of circulation that whisper, "I have lived, I have survived, and I am rare." Collectors know that this kind of natural patina cannot be faked. It is the fingerprint of history, the touch of decades gone by, and it makes every coin unique. In the world of collecting, such character only adds fire to its desirability. And then comes the all-important D mint mark, Denver's signature, a small but powerful detail that separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. Without it, the coin is collectible. With it, the coin becomes a treasure. Here is the truth, faithful friends. The 1820 Maine quarter with the Denver mint mark is becoming harder and harder to find every single year. Thousands were lost to circulation. Thousands more were worn beyond recognition. And what remains in fine condition is now a fiercely protected commodity in the collector's market. And let me tell you, the demand is red hot. Auctions are seeing bids soar. Private collectors are pulling out all stops to secure their piece of Maine's legacy, and dealers across the nation whisper about the scarcity of these coins. The dirty old look only adds to its mystique. It gives the coin a vintage aura, the kind of charm that serious collectors chase without hesitation. This isn't just a coin. This is a heritage piece, a slice of history sealed in metal, and it is commanding attention at every corner of the numismatic world. And now, let me bring the suspense to its peak. This coin, the year 1820 Maine, 2003 quarter with the D mint mark, in fine condition, carrying its rare dirty old look, is currently valued in today's auction market at a staggering $48,000. Yes, $48,000 for a single quarter. This is no small number. This is no exaggeration. This is a fortune, a treasure chest of wealth tucked inside the palm of your hand. Owning this coin is not just owning a collectible. It is like possessing a vault of riches, a financial crown jewel, a prize that could make you rich overnight. The truth is clear. Its value is not standing still. It is climbing, rising, and expanding day by day. The whispers in the coin world suggest that as the years go on, the Maine quarter will only continue to increase in value, becoming harder to find and more impossible to afford. This is not fiction, my friends. This is the faithful reality of the collector's market. For those who dream of holding this treasure, here is my faithful advice. Always seek out the D mint mark, for it is the key to its rarity. Don't overlook the dirty old look to true collectors. That is a badge of authenticity, a mark of time, and a feature that adds immeasurable value. Keep your coin safe. Do not clean it. Do not polish it, for its natural patina is part of its charm. Place it in protective holders, and if possible, have it professionally graded to solidify its condition and lock in its market value. Trust me, a certified Maine quarter is like a signed document of treasure. It guarantees your fortune for the years ahead. So there you have it, coin number 8, the 1820 Maine 2003 D mint quarter. A coin that looks old, a coin that feels worn, yet a coin that is more valuable than you can possibly imagine. With its lighthouse guiding the way, its schooner sailing into history, and its market value skyrocketing into treasure territory, this coin is a masterpiece of rarity and wealth. To hold one is to hold a piece of Maine's spirit, a beacon of history, and a pocket-sized treasure chest that only grows more powerful with time. Now, let us unlock another secret treasure from the vault of rare U.S. Commemorative Quarters. The mysterious and breathtaking Bombay Hook 2015 quarter, minted with the D mint mark, found today in very fine condition. At first sight, you may believe it is just a piece of loose change, an ordinary quarter that might pass through millions of hands every day. But let me tell you, faithful collectors and treasure hunters, this is not just a coin. It is a masterpiece of history, a hidden key to fortune, and one of the most powerful collector's items on today's market. The Bombay Hook Quarter belongs to the celebrated America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series launched in 2010 to honor America's national parks and sites of natural beauty. Each design tells a story, not only of history, but also of the land and nature that defines our great nation. In 2015, the U.S. Mint paid tribute to Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge in Delaware, a sanctuary of wetlands, migratory birds, and untouched beauty. The design captures two graceful great blue herons, poised in elegance against the marshy backdrop. This coin was more than just a commemorative piece. It was a poetic reminder of America's natural wonders. But what makes this quarter extraordinary is not only its story, but also its rarity in the Denver mint production. Among millions struck, only a fraction survived the test of circulation with the sharpness, detail, and condition that collectors dream of. And today, finding one in very fine condition is like stumbling upon hidden treasure buried in plain sight. The beauty of this coin lies in its details. Look closely at the obverse, the bold portrait of George Washington, sharp and unwavering. But it is the reverse that holds collectors spellbound. The two herons, their feathers etched with lifelike precision, standing tall in the marshlands of Delaware. The D mint mark from Denver adds another layer of exclusivity. Coins struck there often had small differences in strike pressure, sharpness of detail, and sometimes subtle toning that make them highly desirable. And when a coin like this one surfaces in very fine condition, with its fine design lines intact, it is nothing short of a collector's dream. Adding to its mystique, the coin before us carries a dirty old look from circulation, a natural patina of history, not damage but character. Collectors often call this the touch of time. Rather than diminishing its value, this aura makes it even more desirable. A piece that feels like it has traveled through history and survived with its essence intact. Now, let's talk truth, my friends. The Bombay Hook 2015 with the Denver mint mark has become one of the hottest treasures in the America the Beautiful series. Why? Because very few remain in collectible conditions like this one. Coin auctions today are witnessing a frenzy of competition whenever this quarter appears. Collectors across America, from the seasoned veterans with vaults of treasures to the new hunters chasing their first big prize, are bidding fiercely to own one. The demand is real, the rarity is undeniable, and the market knows it. Every single year, the number of these coins in high condition shrinks further. Some are spent unknowingly in transactions, others are worn down in pockets, and many are forever locked into private collections. This shrinking pool of availability is driving demand to levels that could only be described as explosive. And here comes the part that will leave you in awe. Are you ready? The Bombay Hook 2015 quarter, minted in Denver with the D mark, preserved in very fine condition with its timeless natural patina, is today commanding a breathtaking market value of $40,500. Yes, $40,500 US dollars. Think about that. A single quarter worth more than a treasure chest, worth more than you could ever imagine from such a small piece of metal. This is no myth, no exaggeration. This is the truth of today's auction houses. And let me tell you something even more faithful and certain. This coin's value is not static. It is rising day by day, climbing higher and higher as more collectors realize the treasure they are chasing. Owning one today means holding a fortune that tomorrow could be even greater. This coin is not just wealth, it is wealth growing in your very hands. For those of you hunting this coin, here is my advice. Search for the D mint mark carefully. Always inspect the condition. Even with its old and slightly dirty look, make sure the design is intact, the details are strong, and the wear is gentle. Protect it immediately in a secure coin holder. Time is a friend when you preserve wisely. And most importantly, whenever possible, seek grading from professional services. Certification transforms a coin's value by sealing its authenticity forever. Remember this truth. In the world of coin collecting, documentation is as powerful as rarity itself. So here it is, my faithful audience, the Bombay Hook 2015 with the D mint mark, a true hidden treasure in disguise. A coin that tells the story of America's natural beauty, a coin that carries the touch of time, and above all, a coin that today stands as a fortune worth $40,500. If you hold one in your collection, you are already sitting on a big treasure, one that will only grow in power and wealth. If you do not yet own one, then your treasure hunt must begin today. And remember, here at Rare Coin Secrets USA, you will always receive trustful, faithful, and freshly updated knowledge every single day. This is your home for truth, your vault of secrets, and your guide to turning pocket change into legendary treasure. Stay tuned, because the journey does not end here. The final coin, our grand number 10, awaits, and it promises to be even more powerful, even more suspenseful, and even more valuable than what you've just seen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we arrive at the grand finale of today's treasure hunt. Coin number 10. This is no ordinary piece of metal, no mere pocket change tossed aside without thought. This is the year 2015 Kissachi quarter, struck with the P mint mark and preserved in very fine condition, a coin whose value has shocked collectors and investors alike. Let's journey back to 2015, when the United States Mint continued its proud tradition of celebrating America's natural beauty through the America the Beautiful Quarters program. Each coin in the series was dedicated to one of our great national parks or historic landmarks, and in this case, the spotlight was cast on the Kissachi National Forest of Louisiana. Kissachi is more than just a forest. It is a sanctuary of history, wildlife, and heritage. Spread across more than 600,000 acres, this national treasure is home to diverse ecosystems, ancient trails, and cultural legacies that connect us directly to America's heartland spirit. The Mint immortalized it forever in the form of this quarter, ensuring that its beauty could be carried in every pocket and purse. The obverse of the quarter carries the dignified portrait of George Washington, but the reverse is where the magic comes alive. We see a majestic wild turkey, wings spread wide as it takes flight among the longleaf pine, symbolizing freedom, resilience, and the untamed spirit of nature. That powerful imagery made the Kisachi quarter an instant standout among collectors. But this isn't just any Kisachi quarter. This one carries the Philadelphia P mint mark, and to find it today in very fine condition with its bold details still visible is nothing short of a marvel. The sharpness of the turkey's wings, the clarity of the pine background, and the strength of the inscriptions are all signs that this coin has survived the test of circulation and time. And here's where it gets even more exciting. A large number of Kisachi quarters from 2015 suffered from quick wear and tear due to circulation. Many lost their luster, their detail, or were discarded as common change. But the few that remain in collectible condition, especially with natural dirt toning or signs of aging, are now viewed as incredibly rare gems. This particular coin, very fine, authentic, and marked by the P mint, has become a lightning rod for collector demand. The Kisachi quarters weren't minted in extremely low numbers. But here's the truth. Rarity is not only about mintage, it's about survival. And very fine condition examples from 2015 are now vanishing into private vaults, personal safes, and high-security collections. Every auction house in America has seen collectors bid fiercely for these, pushing prices up, showing the world that even coins barely a decade old can become treasures worth more than mountains of silver. The P mint adds another layer of allure. Philadelphia mint coins often carry subtle variations that make them distinct. And when collectors combine the historic Kisachi design, the survival rarity, and the natural condition of very fine preservation, demand skyrockets. Today, when a Kisachi 2015 P mint in very fine condition appears, it's like a spark in dry grass. The auction room ignites, bidders clash, and the price soars higher than most could ever imagine. And so, my friends, the moment has come to reveal the treasure value. The 2015 Kisachi quarter with the P mint mark, in very fine condition, is commanding a market price of an astounding $38,000. Yes, you heard it right. $38,000 US. Dollars, not a dream, not a rumor, but the faithful current reality of today's coin market. Owning this coin is not simply holding metal. It is like carrying a vault of wealth and a piece of American heritage in your very hand. Its value is not standing still. It is growing day by day, and those who have the foresight to hold on to it will see the treasure multiply in the years to come. This is the kind of coin that proves once and for all. What looks like a simple quarter can in fact be a life-changing treasure, a piece of history wrapped in wealth. If you are chasing the Kisachi 2015 quarter, here's your guide. Always examine the P mint mark carefully, check the condition for strong details, and avoid heavily worn or damaged examples. Invest in protective storage, coin flips, capsules, or slabs, and if possible, seek professional grading to certify its authenticity. The collector's market rewards rarity plus proof, and nothing speaks louder than a certified grade. And let me tell you, this coin's demand is only going to climb. Auction houses love it, private collectors crave it, and the story behind Kisachi's wild turkey design makes it a centerpiece in any rare collection. If you find one, never let it go cheaply. So there you have it. The Kisachi 2015 quarter, P mint, very fine condition, a coin that transforms a simple piece of American change into $38,000 treasure chest. It stands as proof that rare coins are not just investments, but living legacies of history, culture, and untold wealth. And with that, my friends, we close the vault on our top 10 most valuable commemorative quarter-dollar coins in today's auction market. From the mighty New York 1788 treasure that stunned the world to this final Kisachi masterpiece, we have seen how everyday coins can rise to the heights of priceless treasures. Every coin we explored today carried not only value, but history, heritage, and power. And together, they prove one undeniable truth. The world of coins is a treasure hunt that never ends. Remember this, what may look like spare change to one person can be a life-changing treasure to another. And here, on Rare Coin Secrets USA, I am dedicated to bringing you the most faithful, truthful, and daily updated stories of these treasures. This channel is not just information, it is your compass to the hidden wealth of the coin world. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, and share, because tomorrow and every day after, I will bring you more rare discoveries, more shocking market updates, and more treasure stories that could change your life forever. Stay faithful, stay excited, and always keep your eyes open because the next coin you find might just be the key to a fortune greater than you ever imagined. This is Rare Coin Secrets USA, signing off until the next treasure is revealed.